the eye machine out of the way and looks at me and goes, the important thing is, whatever it is, we've caught it early. Do you want to know if you have a pituitary tumor? Because there is a laundry list of symptoms that goes along with it, and I have been in and out of every doctor's office and practitioner's office on my journey to figure out whether or not I had one. The first and most simple one is, do you have headaches? I would get a headache right here, right in between my eyes. It would often be misdiagnosed as a migraine or a stress headache. That was a big thing, especially because it would happen a lot around my period, and so it would be dismissed as PMS symptoms. My favorite, just kidding, was inexplicable and very quick weight gain. So it would happen where I would see a doctor in January, and by the time I was going back in June, I would have put on like 40 pounds. Just inexplicably, no change in diet, no change in exercise. Yes, I worked a stressful job in sales, but the weight gain punishment did not fit the eating crime. So weight gain is a big one when it comes to hormones and pituitary tumors. For me, because I'm a female, my cycles got really messed up. But the biggest hallmark of a pituitary tumor is loss of peripheral vision. And by the time the doctors found my tumor, it was so large and it was sitting on top of my optic nerves. So I had lost 90% vision in my right eye and about 25% vision in my left eye. And I think my vision had probably been slowly degrading over time, but I wasn't going to eye doctors regularly. In fact, it's the only person that I didn't go to. Ironically, the last doctor I went to is the one who found the pituitary tumor. But there are a lot of other symptoms that can be related to other things. Extreme.
That was a lot of dense information to cover, so I want to take a quick break. I want to try this trick that I learned about preventing weeds from coming up in your mulch from fellow content creator Nicole Johnsy Burke at Gardenery. Gardening really relaxes me, and I'll do just about anything to not have to come out and pull weeds. So the idea today is to just use this craft paper as an alternative to the black plastic stuff that a lot of people use to put their mulch down. We're going to try to choke the weeds out by not giving them any kind of sunlight whatsoever. And the craft paper just acts as an organic barrier for that. And supposedly this chokes out the sun so the weeds can't grow like weeds.
Fatigue. I remember one time crying to my primary care physician about how I didn't think I should be so tired at 32. And then I would wake up, get dressed for the day, and have to go back to bed. It was crazy. Cystic acne is another one. I had a secondary condition. My pituitary tumor produced too much growth hormone. So I also had a condition called acromegaly. This caused cystic acne, and it caused, weirdly enough, my feet and my hands to grow. And I went from a size 7.5 shoe to a 9.5 shoe in a 1-year period. When I had brain surgery to get the part of the tumor removed that was operable, they even told my family that it would be almost like I was coming off of steroids because I had so much growth hormone going on in my system. And then other ones, panic attacks. I was always a relatively calm and happy person. Depression and anxiety really started to plague me at the end. Of course, are you depressed and anxious because somebody told you you have a tumor the size of a tiny lemon in your head? It doesn't help make you feel better. So these are all just a collection of random symptoms that at face value, seeing your regular doctor once a year, they're gonna have a hard time diagnosing this form of brain tumor.
Any of these symptoms on their own don't amount to much, but when you add them all together, they amounted to something pretty big in my life. And I share them with you not to spread fear, but to spread awareness about how important it is to be an advocate for your own health. So this is me today. No vision problems, no headache, regular hands and feet. If you're feeling weird in any way, reach out to your doctor and get curious about what's going on. Thank you so much for listening to my story and for listening to some of my favorite gardening tips.